In today's video, we're going to discuss burning body fat in a surplus. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from physique.com. Hope you guys are winding up the year. Got a lot of great things coming up along with our transformation challenge where we'll be giving away $25,000. So more information to come on that in the near future. We're also going to have a discounted coaching option for physique for that. But for today's question, I was on my Instagram direct message. I got a question about being in a surplus and building muscle and also getting your daily steps. So let me address that question. I'm 61, I weigh 160 pounds at 17% body fat. That's important. Currently trying to bulk up to 170 pounds of lean muscle mass. Great question for a video topic. Should I still do 7,000 steps a day to burn off the fat, or will I not burn off fat because I'm in a surplus? And would I just be wasting time? Also, would the 7,000 steps interfere with the weight gain at all? So there's a lot of things going on in this question that I would have to know more information. The first question is, can you possibly build muscle and lose body fat at the same time? Absolutely. It happens all the time, okay? What are the conditions that are required for us to build muscle and lose body fat at the same time? Well, it helps when you don't have a lot of experience resistance training, right? And what do I mean by that? Well, there's something called the law of diminishing returns. The longer you've been engaging in resistance training, the slower you're going to be able to build muscle. So therefore, if someone's very new to resistance training, they are going to be able to build muscle at a pretty quick rate. Likewise, how much body fat do you have? Okay, it's kind of easy to lose body fat when you've got a lot of it to lose. However, you're at 17% body fat, so you don't have that much. So for you to lose body fat and build lean mass, it'd probably be better for you to focus on maintaining. But if you wanted to do that and you're new to lifting, it's possible. But I will say this, adding muscle, significant amount of muscle, and I think you mentioned here you want to add 10 pounds of muscle, unless you are extremely new to resistance training, especially at 61 years old when hormones are not going to be your friend, joints, ligaments, not going to be your friend. It is going to take a significant effort to put on 10 pounds of lean body mass. I want you to think about the next time you go to the store, grabbing 2 5-pound steaks. That is 10 pounds of what lean tissue would look like on the human body. A lot of us use this term, I gained 5 pounds of muscle, I gained 10 pounds of muscle. No, you didn't. You gained a lot of water weight, right? Our muscles retain fluids in them, but the actual muscle tissue itself is very hard to build and to grow. So 5 or 10 pounds of muscle would be an enormous amount of muscle, okay? And unless you are a brand new lifter or you are what I would consider a genetic outlier and a responder, you're probably not going to add that much muscle. It might take you 2, 3, 4 years. Now, that's a fun journey. That's a fun process. It's something that after 30 years as a lifetime natural bodybuilder, I've been doing and enjoying the entire time. It's taken me a long time to be able to walk around at 215 pounds of lean muscle, right? However, if I would have said when I was, 170, 180 pounds, I want to be 215, that journey, I probably would have looked at that and thought that's too long. But some of the things that make people successful in this endeavor, building muscle, losing body fat, is that they have this ability to delay gratification. So the question you asked was more about your daily steps. Is 7,000 steps going to interfere with your ability to add muscle? Hell no. In fact, I kind of wish I could go back in my fitness journey because at the beginning, I had this huge fear of cardio. To me, you heard the rumors that cardio breaks down muscle, so you should never do cardio. I completely think this is wrong. I think that by being active throughout the day, your nutrient partitioning is better, your body composition is better, your digestion is better. Heck, I even think my mental clarity is better because I get daily steps, because I do intentional cardio every day. Also, walking, steps, that is not going to interfere with your ability to add any type of muscle. Now, if you start entering marathons, that's possibly going to cause some problems with you building foundational muscles like in your legs, because there is such a thing as an interference effect when the cardiovascular exercise that you're doing is having a negative impact on your ability to train and recover, okay? That's how muscle is built. So, are you going to shred body fat while you're in a surplus? No. The way fat loss works is this. Our body is both always storing body fat and using body fat, okay? It's always in a constant state of being used. In fact, the time that we use the most body fat is when we're sleeping. We're almost 100% using body fat for fuel. The lower the intensity of the exercise, the more our body is using fat for fuel. So why don't we just all get shredded when we're sleeping? Well, because you don't burn that many calories when you're sleeping, okay? And ultimately, what's going to determine your success when it comes to fat loss, that's right, is being in a caloric deficit based on the energy that you take in and the energy that you expend throughout the day. So if your goal is to put on a bunch of muscle, I typically have my clients focus on maintaining a body composition, right? So if you can maintain around this 17%, but allow yourself to add muscle and then diet the body fat off down the road, body fat comes off very easy. Muscle does not come off very easy. So my point here is that you can add the muscle, maintain the muscle while you're losing body fat. So if you're familiar with this bodybuilding, we go through these cycles called bulk and cut phases. It's debatable if they are as valuable as people make them out to be, but I've done plenty myself. I prefer now to stay a little bit leaner and allow muscle to add a little bit more gradually, because as you learn through the years, building muscle is a slow process. Adding body fat is not a slow process. You can add body fat very quickly. And some people will say, like, man, I'm already up 20 pounds. Yeah, but you've also added 4 inches to your waist. So at 17% body fat, if you're happy at that body composition, then I would focus on that. If you don't feel good at 17% body fat and you want to get leaner and you want to add muscle, it might make sense for you to just focus on maintaining that current body fat that you have while adding muscle. That will lower your body fat percentage because you've added lean tissue, right? You've added weight to the scale. And just remember that adding muscle, that takes time. You need to get in the gym. You need to be hitting your protein goals. If you don't really know where to start with your macros, your carbs, your fats, your calories, I've got a free calculator. I'll put it right here on the video. I'll link it below. You just go to prophysiquemacros.com. But the point is that building muscle requires that you take in the right amount of energy, the right amount of protein, and you give yourself the right stimulus, okay? Losing body fat is simply about creating a caloric deficit, okay? So those two things can work in conjunction depending on your experience level. But for you, I would suggest, especially with 7,000 steps, that is not a lot of steps. That is a nice, enjoyable amount. Keep that involved. It might allow you to eat a little bit more while you're building, but I think it'll also help you continue to have a nice body composition and feel good. I no longer believe that bodybuilders should simply lift weights and do nothing else. I think we should do multiple forms of cardiovascular exercise or daily activities to balance out that resistance training. Because let's be honest, resistance training, 45 minutes, 75 minutes a day, a couple days a week, that's really what you need to put on muscle. You can still be active and have a great physique by following that protocol. All right, guys, hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.